Hi everyone, welcome back for another whiskey review. So tonight I'm sitting here going on a bit of journey, exploring some of the American whiskies. I've just finished recording my review of the Angel's Envy, which was an interesting experience. But now moving on to this bad boy, the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, or what in Scotch whisky industry they might say cask strength. So no water has been added to the whiskey. It's been bottled in its natural state at full ABV, which is something I like because I really think it represents a true good character of what the whiskey is all about. Now the single barrel, I've tried a few different ones over the years, especially the watered down, the 45% one, which we get more in New Zealand. This one has snuck into the country somehow. I won't get into how, but it's a very, very good bottling. I'm not particularly a big drinker of Jack Daniels, not neat anyway. I've drunk a lot of it over the years in parties, with Coke or ginger ale or lemonade in the university days. Definitely with a lot of Coca-Cola. But the single barrel proof helped me sort of understand what the true spirit of the Jack Daniels is and what it could be like at the maximum, the natural ABV. Presented in this really beautiful decanter. I'm a big fan of this, and lately I've been quite a lot bit vocal around presentation of bottles. Doesn't really take a lot of effort in presenting your whiskey well. It shouldn't take away from quality you're going to put forward, but this is really, really cool. Really heavy on the hand end. Yeah, I'm definitely not throwing it away. It will make a good water jug, or maybe a small planter can go in there. This particular one is bottled at 64.9% ABV, and I like how they put all this information here. So they talk about the barrel number, the bottling date, which in this case is the 13th of January 2021. So it's been over 3 years since it was bottled. But also it talks about RIC number, R16, whatever that means. I'm assuming that's the warehousing system they follow. But just good feel in the hand. All right, let's put it into the glass and see what this whiskey is all about. Now, if you have caught my review, which I uploaded before this one of the Angel's Envy, I pointed out how it's very light in color, but look at that, much deeper in color. And I probably should have researched, but I'm going to make an educated guess. This is also a 4 to 6 years old, but definitely a lot deeper in color and aged in the brand new oak cask, American oak. Much deeper in color. Well, let's see what's it like on the nose. Oh, sweetness. A hint of honey. And just a little bit of spice coming through. Really gentle. Oh, yes. For a whiskey, which is such a high ABV, nearly 65%, it's actually not biting my nose. I kind of expected it to jump at me and the alcohol vapors coming out of the whiskey to burn my nostrils, but it's not. It's actually quite calm, quite pleasant on the nose. A little bit of a dry fruit character. Can't quite pinpoint which one. Maybe a hint of roasted almonds on the nose. Oh, yeah. Really, really nice. Really, really good. All right, let's see what's it like on the palate. Here we go. It is so warming on the palate, and there's just an explosion of flavors. Wow, so warming on the palate, so good. On a really cold winter's night, I reckon a nip of that will really calm the body down. There's a bit of that vanilla sweetness there. There's hints of that spice. But I just can't get over how warming it's on the palate. Maybe just a hint of cinnamon as well. Really, really good. There's tad bit of that honey sweetness lingering in the back of the palate. And the flavors are really lingering, really long. Maybe just a hint of that sort of charry. I don't want to say smoky, but yeah, char, definitely. Oh, good depth of flavors. Right, let's try one more time. Wow, really, really good. I digress again, but I have tried this particular whiskey with some really heavy, really full flavor cigars, and it was so good to try this whiskey with a heavier Maduro cigar, and the whiskey was still cutting through the flavors. It was making that caramel come through, and there's just loads of caramel on the palate now. The sweetness is so rich, and with a really full cigar, it complements each other really, really well. Really good whiskey. I do like it, and I love this decanter. You feel like just want something, you know, you want to hang on to it forever. It is so beautifully presented, and on the palate, really good mouthfeel. And if I was going to make a direct comparison, kind of reminds me of my first introduction into a youngish cask strength sherry cask aged whiskey, like the first time I tried Aberlour cask strength many years ago, or even the Aaron sherry cask, the Bodega 55%. You know, you just get this rush of flavors. You can tell the whiskey is youthful, but it gives you some really interesting flavors. It leaves you drooling, but the flavors linger for a very long time. So I would 100% recommend, if you want to dabble into some barrel proof or cask strength whiskey, definitely seek some of these out. I know in New Zealand they're quite hard to get by. I'm personally trying my best to get one bottle for 8 p.m, which hopefully will succeed. It will just take a little bit of time, but this is definitely one bourbon you want to try. Well, I just went and said bourbon. Someone from Jack Daniels is going to shoot me. This particular Tennessee whiskey is worth trying. Well, that's all I've got to say about this particular Jack Daniels barrel proof. If you're liking the content, please like, share, subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the very near future for another whiskey review. See you later. Bye-bye.